Hey folks, here's my Adidas Ultraboost Lego shoes, and I wanted to do a review on them if you're thinking about getting them. So just a quick review here, not the most professional, but just in case you're buying, and just a second opinion on in case you're going to buy them. And I like them, so that's why I'm doing a review of them. And here you go, let's take a look. Size 9, I think these are, yeah. So, why I got them is because I needed a shoe that was comfortable to stand in and walk around and be on my feet all day because I'm a nurse at a big university hospital and a cardiac nurse. And so I'm working these 10-hour shifts, and went out and bought a new pair of shoes and got these guys here, which I like, good quality, probably about the same price, give or take, and from Nike. And I was I'll put them back there. They're great shoes. I think I'm going to save them for running and for athletics and stuff. But my bones were hurting after, like my back, my shins and feet were hurting, and those guys, those Adidas, those Nikes. So I went into the store. I think it was Foot Locker. I'm not sure. And I just asked the guy, like, look, what is the most comfortable thing? I don't care how ugly it is to stand in all day. And he just points. He goes, oh, he was really good. He was right over here. He pointed to these Lego shoes. And I'm like, oh, thanks. So as I'm walking over, I see the Hoka shoes, those Hoka Onos. And I'm like, oh, what about these? These are just as kind of bulky. And he's like, those are good. But these are the ones, man. These are the good ones right here. You're not going to be disappointed. And he was right. So, I mean, this is not my style of shoe if I were to just buy one for out work, and a little too big and cloddy. And, but I, like them. After a 10-hour day, the thing that is not hurting are my feet. And I can go all day in these. And then every once in a while I'll switch it up to like this guy here, a light Adidas here, this cloud shoe. Super light. I mean, like you can air light. Every once in a while, and then at the end of the day, my feet will start to ache a little bit. These are, when I put the gray ones on, they are super comfortable, like a slipper with foam, with memory foam in them and things like that. And but sorry, I wasn't. For a minute there, I thought I wasn't even recording, and I was just talking this whole time out of nowhere. But yes, they are. Maybe for like 5 hours or something, and I wear these around the house sometimes. But these guys for just standing all the day in work, and they give you a lot of support too, like with because sometimes I'll stand in fluids, everything from blood to different things like that. Not pools of it, but just slick surfaces. Blood's kind of slick, and these guys grip really well and just give you a good foundation to stand in. And I don't know how they would be playing sports or anything like that. Now, I just clean them. I wash them about once a month. All these shoes I'll throw in the washing machine on hot, and just do a good old, put them in with the rest of the laundry. And this is how clean they got. Look how clean that is. They look new, don't they? They're about 3 months old at 40 hours a week, 10-hour days. So pretty, not a lot of use other than standing. And they get dirty, like they were really brown, not brown, but gray from scuffing and standing on your own feet. I mean, standing on your own shoes when you kind of, rest your foot or get a kick, and like, they were pretty dirty, kind of gray, and they cleaned up really well. I leave them out here in the sun, and then it's a little windy out here, breezy, so they dry up. I don't put them in the dryer. And this is like the 4th time I've washed them, and they come out okay. And just be careful, because if you don't dry them right away, they'll smell a little bit like an old towel. Now, So that's what I like about them. Comfortable all day, and they do their job. And these are half size too big for me. These are nines, and that's the other thing I've learned is if you want comfort for, unless you're doing a lot of moving around and stuff, for try getting a shoe that's half size bigger, and that way I can wear a sock that's a little thicker. I wear like an athletic sock in there, like a gray one that goes to your ankle, and that goes in there. Just your cotton sock, your typical one. These breathe pretty well. So let's look at the insole I took out for you. Not very impressive, but it has these dimples in it, and so you put your foot in that. I'm assuming it massages it or something like that, but those are actually not that. I want to say they're uncomfortable, but they are not like joyful. Like you put your foot in the gray one, and it's just like, oh, that feels really good. This is, once again, they're not like pleasingly comfortable. They're just at the end of 10 days, the everything else in your body's aching except where who's ever attached to your shoes, like your feet, your ankles, your knees, your lower back. Like it's just that's like my motorcycle. I when you use a stock seat on your motorcycle, they're comfortable to sit in at first, right? They're squishy, it's soft, and like they bounce around. And after 5 hours on the bike sitting there, your butt really hurts and really hurts. And so you get a new seat that's, a ton of money. It's not very comfortable. It's not uncomfortable. It's just not soft and cushy. But at the end of 5 hours, everything else on your body hurts except your butt. So that's kind of like these. These are not uncomfortable, but it's not soft. Something you'd want to go. It just keeps it fresh, I guess. I don't know, but I'm satisfied with this. I had another insole in there too. I switched it out, and I just went back to this. This was a little bit more. I felt at the end of the day, you sacrifice a little bit of softness, and this is pretty squishy though. But for these dimples, and you don't feel them after, and they're great. So I really satisfied. So here's the only thing I don't like about them. They're a little bit heavier. They're clunky. B, this insole here is a little bit. There's no sole in this. I took this insole out. That insole right there is a little bit. Sometimes I got to keep them a little looser with the. I don't can't. This will push a little on my instep, and so I have to keep them kind of loose, or I'll start getting a little numb in the foot. And these are kind of big too, so you might want to. This is really padded here. That might be a good thing or a bad thing. It's super padded right there, and you can't. And it's all one. It's not like a tongue. It's a one piece, as you can see. Now, and it's just a bigger shoe, bigger clunky shoe, And then the only thing I don't like, it's cool. By the way, I get so many. I get once a day. I'm not kidding you. People are like, nice shoes, man. They'll stop me in the hallway, like a nurse or another professional will say, nice shoes, or a patient. And I'm not kidding you about, I would say, almost once a day. And the other thing I don't like is these, like, that's hard as a rock. These Legos here, so you're sitting let's say you're sitting at a desk writing, and you're banging your feet together. I don't know, you accidentally hit your feet together, or maybe you're just putting them together, and they rub on each other, they catch. Or they just catch. It's like I almost considered cutting these off or peeling these off, and I don't care about the looks. So these things kind of will catch you sometimes, or catch each other. It's just it's not something you're used to, and it's not a neat thing. It's not a deal breaker though. And cool. So I like these. I'll wear these, and I think they're going to last a long time. Let's look at the tread. You already saw the tread. Cool beans. They don't make your feet stink. Your feet breathe pretty well in them too. I almost want to say those make my feet a little wetter. Like I would actually see water in there, but droplets of sweat. This no, and this guy's pretty good too for breathing. All right. Hope you enjoy them. Thanks again.